So as you're building out your shelf, there's all sorts of different formats. So this is a standard comic book size, regular US comic, one that came out recently. And those are about the same size as any sort of trade paperbacks that you might have, where it collects just a few issues. So this is a very thin and small trade paperback, collects only 4 issues. It was very cheap. I think it was an Ollie's purchase. But what I prefer are these thicker trades. So something like this, which collects about 14 issues. They're called complete collections. They come in different formats. There's also Epic collections, which is the most popular versions of those. Those Epic collections probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 600 pages, but usually around 400 pages. Now, DC is looking to compete with those Epic collections with their DC Finest lines. These are having a little bit beefier, more like 600 pages in those, or thereabouts. In those collections. So those are the different formats or trades that you can get that are all kind of comic sized. These DC Finest right now are about $40. These Epic collections are about $35 to $55, depending on the size and inflation and when you're buying it, things of that nature. Now, DC also has something called these compact comics, which I think is great. They're more like Magna. These are only $10. You can find them on sale for $5, especially as soon as they come out, like kind of release week online. But then there's the bigger formats. So one of my favorite books, and I'm not usually a fan of the bigger formats, is this History of the Marvel Universe book. And I actually don't know what this format's called, but just to give you a little bit of scale, that's how much bigger than a normal size comic book this particular book is. But they're about the size of what DC would put out as an absolute edition. So this is an absolute edition. This was an Ollie's purchase. Again, I got it because it was cheap. These bigger formats are not usually my cup of tea. And you can see how much bigger than a standard issue comic it is. And if you're a big fan of the art in these books, this one, it has a Jim Lee in it. It's the formation of the Justice League and the New 52. So that was an easy purchase for me. Now, one of the normal larger sized books that you